For decades, Hayley Mills was known as the golden girl of classic cinema, a bright, charming face who captured the innocence of youth and the optimism of the 1960s. From Pollyanna to The Parent Trap, Mills became a household name, beloved by audiences for her warmth, grace, and natural screen presence. But behind her angelic image and Disney-perfect smile was a far more complex young woman, one who faced immense pressure, personal disappointment, and even deep resentment towards certain figures in her life and career. Among all the people she met in the entertainment industry, there was one man she later admitted she truly hated more than anyone. A shocking confession from someone the world saw as eternally kind and gentle. Hayley Mills' rise to fame seemed like a dream come true. Born in 1946 into a respected British acting family, the daughter of Sir John Mills and playwright Mary Hayley Bell, she grew up surrounded by art and performance. Her early talent was undeniable. By the age of 12, she was already an international star. Walt Disney personally cast her in Pollyanna, 1960, a film that made her a global sensation and won her an honorary Academy Award. But the sweet, innocent image that made her famous also became a lifelong burden. As she later revealed, Disney made me into a symbol of goodness, but it wasn't who I really was. I was just a child trying to understand myself. It was during her teenage years that Mills encountered the man she later said she could never forgive. A powerful figure in the film industry who, in her eyes, took advantage of her youth and tried to control her career. While she never revealed his name publicly, many believe she was referring to a prominent British producer who had clashed with her during the making of one of her early post-Disney films. According to Mills, he constantly criticized her work, belittled her ideas, and treated her as a child long after she had grown into adulthood. "He made me feel small," she recalled in her memoir. "He wanted to remind me that I was nothing without the machine that made me famous." As Mills transitioned from a child star to an adult actress, Hollywood and the British film industry were unforgiving. Directors and producers often failed to see her beyond her wholesome Disney image, and she struggled to secure serious, mature roles. The producer in question reportedly humiliated her during filming, making cruel remarks about her appearance and talent. "He saw me as a product, not a person," Mills said. "Every time I tried to grow, he tried to pull me back." The experience left lasting scars on her confidence. Mills later admitted that the resentment she felt toward this man was unlike anything else she had ever experienced. "I was angry for years," she confessed. "He represented everything that was wrong with how the industry treats young women, used when convenient, discarded when not." The bitterness was not only professional, but deeply personal. She had trusted him, believing he would guide her toward a mature acting career. Instead, she said, "He tried to destroy everything I was becoming." Over time, Mills found healing through introspection, travel, and family. She eventually made peace with much of her past, but she never softened her view of the man who had made her early adulthood so painful. In later interviews, when asked if she had ever forgiven him, her response was simple: "No. Some wounds don't need forgiveness. They need acknowledgement." In her 2021 memoir, Forever Young, Mills reflected on that period of her life with striking honesty. She wrote, "People think of me as Pollyanna, always smiling, always positive. But even Pollyanna had her dark days. Mine came from people who thought kindness was weakness."